We added a new electric room on the facility of Volvo. All this was going on while the existing service was in place. We had to build around the existing service and then refeed the equipment and coordinate with the owners and all the other trades to make it work. Well, the purpose of that was to have dual sources in there. We have a dual feed going there. Plus also they expanded the building. Where they expanded the building was where the old electric room was. It's a 4,000 amp service and there's dual services. So you can turn one service off and switch the power over to the other one and it will handle the source. Yeah, there's a tie breaker in between the two. The most interesting part was the coordinating, of course, and then the hooking up of all the equipment. They relocated just about every piece of equipment that's inside the factory. There isn't one piece that's still in the same place as when we came into the project. Well, to see that everything worked out and then our planning was right, then to see the joy in the owners. I mean, I had a lot of good moral support, a lot of good people that worked for me. Have an excellent sub-foreman working for me that helped out a lot. So the rewards go to everybody, it's just not me. I mean, it was a big team effort, starting from the office straight down to my helpers.
We had an industrial customer who experienced a fire, and so we were brought in really starting the night of the fire to help them recover and rebuild from it.
Well, being that the whole building was burned down, I had to tear everything out first, what was ever left, and put it all back together, which that was the trick because we had no drawings of how everything was fed, and basically all we had is some basic conduits that were burned out to trace out, but then we had to figure out what size wire went to each one and that kind of thing. It was just made it a little difficult without having any wiring diagrams.
I think the other thing for us was really getting involved with using portable devices like smartphones and iPads. We were able to, John Benazik was able to come up with a great set of as-built drawings. He was able to turn them over to Amy Martin, our project administrator, who uploaded them to the SkyDrive. So now we're able to walk in with an iPad or a laptop computer and open these files up, look right, if there's a circuit that's tripped, a breaker that's disconnected for a problem, we're able to go right in, identify the breaker, see what conduit those wires go into, and then actually it extends out into the plant to these control boxes where I could go right there and realize that I'm looking for a certain device.
Like I said, starting from scratch with nothing and putting it all back together without wiring diagrams and starting the equipment back up with just about no problems was pretty rewarding, to be able to do all that.
Yeah, it was a fantastic team. I just thank everyone that was involved with it because it was very dirty, got to be very hot, and the hours were long. It was an awesome effort by everyone.
My role was I was the foreman on site, and the project was river water filter replacement at Middle Steel. The existing filters that were there were 46 years old and weren't working, because they were so old. So what we did was we took 3 12,000 GPM filters out and replaced them with 2 20,000 GPM filters. The whole job was pretty interesting in the fact that it was very big, very heavy equipment and rigging materials. We don't get to do that every day. Just the sheer fact of the size and weight of everything was one difficulty, and the tight quarters were another. We basically had a demo from the front side of the room back into the room, and then demo or reinstall our way back out of the room. A lot of teamwork, a lot of communication there. I mean, every move, every step of every move that we did, we all coordinated, talked about, so everybody was on the same page before you picked anything up and started moving anything. So everybody knew what was happening before it happened. Felt pretty good when we dropped those filters down in, and they went in just like they had their own set of eyes, right down, right in, bolted right up. And when it's all done and it works and everything's on, wow, what a feeling of accomplishment.